about how to build a habit that actually sticks. Is there a habit that you are interested in establishing? As creating habits are difficult. And the problem is our brain, it has neural pathways that have been carved deeply to old patterns, ways of thinking and doing. And it takes a lot of brain power for the brain to do something new. Say you want to, you're grocery shopping and they've changed the store around. How hard is it to find everything you're looking for? The brain is working overtime. So I have a solution to the problem. It's a 9-step process to help you build a habit that sticks. Number 1, focus on one new habit at a time. Number 2, create this habit and stick to it for 90 days. Number 3, anchor the new habit into an already established routine. Number 4, take baby steps. Number 5, don't break the chain. Number 6, plan for obstacles and challenges. Number 7, create accountability for your habit. Number 8, reward important milestones. And number 9, create a new identity. But before I dive in, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Wendy Johnson, a transformational life coach, and I love helping people overcome challenges and design a life they love living on purpose with more joy, peace of mind, and well-being. So let's get back to the topic today, how to build a habit that actually sticks. The problem is our brain is wired with old ways of doing things that feel comfortable, and trying to do something new is hard. So to create a new habit, you have to get comfortable doing uncomfortable things. The first item, number 1, focus on one new habit at a time. It's so much easier when you place all your energy on one habit. That's why New Year's resolutions at the beginning of the year only last a few weeks, because it's too much work, it's too much effort to focus on everything all at once. But to just focus on one new habit at a time and get that established is much easier for the brain. And number 2, commit to a minimum of 30 days. And give yourself 21 days to get the habit. And then it's a rule called the 21-90 rule. And then another 90 days to really establish that habit and make it automatic. The average is between 21 and the average is 66 days, but it varies person to person and habit to habit. So it could take anywhere from 21 days all the way up to 254 days to establish a habit. And that's also depending on how often you practice this habit. Number 3, anchor your new habit into an established routine. It's so much easier to have a trigger. Say you already have the habit of brushing your teeth, then you want to build a habit onto that, so you know when you're going to brush your teeth that at the same time you're going to floss. It's much easier to add something to something that is already existing. It's easier for the brain and it doesn't have to remember to do it. Number 4, take baby steps. Make micro commitments. A lot of people set too big of goals. They say they want to run 5 miles. Well, they begin to skip day after day because They haven't trained themselves to run 5 miles. They're skipping the micro steps along the way. It's easier to tell your brain, I'm going to go run for 5 minutes. And then once you get started and you get that momentum, then most likely you're going to keep going. So make those micro commitments to yourself, and then you can add to it after the 30 days. You can continue to be consistent over the long haul if it's a habit that you really want to stay and in your life. Number 5, don't break the chain. And this is great when you have a calendar and you mark the X's off. And a lot of people love to do that in their planners. Or Jerry Seinfeld had a big wall calendar, an annual calendar, and he told himself, and he set aside time every day to create new comedy material. And he marked an X, and he never broke the chain on the calendar. He created something every day for a year. And the same goes for you. It's great to see your progress. And there's apps, calendars, habit trackers, anything that works for you where you can keep track of what you're doing. Number 6, plan for obstacles and challenges. And this is a big one, especially if you have inclement weather and you have plans to go do something, and then all of a sudden there's a snowstorm. You need a backup plan. So if you can't run that day, then you can stream a workout. You can run on a treadmill in the garage, whatever it is where you have a backup plan. And say you have a child at home and the child is sick and you're not able to go to the gym that day, then you could stream the video or the audio through your TV, or you can just do your own workout in your home. But always have a backup plan. So that way you don't skip something, because once you start skipping something, most likely you're not going to go back to it for some time. Number 7, create accountability for your habit. And this is where you make a public declaration. You hire a trainer if it's for fitness, for weightlifting. You hire a coach for your business. You hire a life coach for anything in your business or personal life. But you have accountability, and you write it down and you make it public. You make it known that this is what you're working on. And it always helps to be in a community with other people who have the similar goal. Number 8, excuse me, reward important milestones. It's always a pleasure to give yourself rewards and know what's coming after you've accomplished your habit for so long. So after 30 days, or even every week, after a daily commitment of 7 days, every week reward yourself with something healthy, something that you would love to look forward to doing or to having. Number 9 is to build a new identity. And this is based on the best-selling book by Atomic Habits by James Clear. And that is to be the person who you want to be that has that habit. So an example would be, I am the type of person who loves to run. I am the type of person who loves to get up in the morning. So you take on that identity, and it makes it a lot easier to keep that habit. And that is it. All 9 of these tips, I believe, will help you create a habit that you can stick with. So I'll just go through the 9 again. Focus on one new habit at a time. Commit to a minimum of 30 days. Anchor your new habit to establish routine. Take baby steps. Don't break the chain. plan for obstacles and challenges, create accountability for your habit, reward important milestones, and create a new identity. And your brain loves, again, I want to emphasize, your brain loves to go on autopilot, and it is over half of the time. And it's easier if you just take on one new habit at a time. And that way your brain doesn't have to work so hard, and you can save your mental energy for creativity and freedom in other areas of your life when you're not focused on doing everything all at once, because that you're most likely not going to be successful. And to help you, I have a free guide, and it's 10 principles to design a life you love. And you can click the link below to grab your free copy. And I am so happy you're here and you are continuing to grow yourself and establish new habits in your life. And I wish you all the success. Until next time, thank you.